about to do something, scared of the outcome. I'm sorry to say this, that you aren't good for me. I'm about to change it all, about to cut you all off. Sorry if you get hurt, but I need to do this. I need to move with this, 'cause I know one thing, 'cause I feel one thing. I love what I do, yeah, the music, it drives me too. I know my worth and you're in my way. Go ahead and tell me I'll never make it without you, 'cause I know I will. I know I will. If you aren't full, rather than move. I don't need you to, yeah. I love what I do, yeah, the music, it drives me through. I know my worth and you're in my way. I love what I do, yeah, the music, it drives me through. I know my worth and you're in my way.
All right, that's enough of that. Hi, Kat. Yeah, no worries. That stream didn't do that well anyway, so I just left it up for replay people. But yeah, how's it going? Hopefully you haven't been too busy. Also, I guess since you're the first person here, hopefully not the only one, but if you are, that's okay. But you get to choose the game today if you want to play anything. I've got I could always do Slime Rancher again. I don't know who requested that one, but that's always an option. Or figured I would give the Stanley Parable another try, because I didn't like my first videos from that one, and honestly, I don't even know if I finished it. There's like, I got the what was it, the Ultra Deluxe version, and there's like so much stuff that like I can't tell if I actually finished it or not, because I kept like going in a circle and redoing endings, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna rage quit this one. Oh no. Hopefully it's not. Is it raining? It's not raining yet. Hopefully it doesn't start. Well, it's raining somewhere, and it's, wow, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. That's amazing. Well, I don't know if you're still here, Kev, but I don't know. I didn't really, shame on me, but I didn't really plan anything for today. Let me see. What do I have? I was going to say VR chat, but can't do that. I would love to stream VR chat, but in its current state, I don't think that that is a very good idea. Just because there's some toxicity on VR chat. Maybe I can do like a VR chat hangout thing or something. I don't know. But I don't trust people to do Stanley Parable. You want to do the Stanley Parable? All right. Yeah, I like the Stanley Parable. It's a fun little game. It's just with my forgetfulness. I like couldn't remember what I was doing. I know I found a bucket or something. And I made the narrator have like an existential crisis. It is. No, it's not. How do I change this? Oh. Can it not be 12 p.m.? There's a PM too. Like. Okay. Well, that's weird. I guess it's gonna be 11:59 p.m. then. I don't know. Oh wait, no. I meant to do AM. Oh well. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Or does it? Hopefully it doesn't. Okay, now I'm curious. How accurate 11:59 p.m. is. Let's use another slider to find out. Inaccurate. I don't remember this. Can I just say, regardless of the accuracy of the clock, I'm having a great time adjusting these settings. Okay. I don't want you collecting my data. Okay, that's nice. Thank you. Huh. I don't remember that. But that's all right. Give me that sweet, sweet narration, Kevin Brighting.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Wait, Kevin, wait.
Employee number
Kevin, wait, I forgot to put the game on the screen.
He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Oh, jeez.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, every month,
Where am I?
Year.
Where's the small version of me? There I am.
Might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
That doesn't look like,
And then one day,
happiness.
Something very peculiar happened.
Oh.
Something that would forever change Stanley.
Nani?
Something he would never quite forget.
Yeah?
He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Oh my.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh no. Oh no. Wait, Kevin, wait, I'm making a tweet. Kevin Brighting. Gosh dang it, why did I change my buttons? I can't see anything. Where's the hashtag button? What the heck? There it is. I freaking changed my keyboard keys to this like little bootleg I don't even know what this is. It's really cool, but it's like a biohazard theme key set, but like it's very dark. So I can't see some buttons unless like I'm in total darkness, which I can't exactly do because your boy kind of blends in with the dark. I can say that because I'm black. But yeah. Alright, I'm just gonna post that real quick. And bring the chat back up. Where'd the chat go? Where'd the chat go? There it is. Alright. What does he want me to do? I love how everything,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Vacation. That's when you just get up and leave. Like, I wish I would be in the office by myself and actually look for people. That actually happened to me one time, and it was like me and this one other person, and we both left and like texted our boss, and we're like, there was nobody there. They made us come back, but which we willingly did, but it was really funny. I think it happened twice, and the first time they made us come back, and then the second time they were like, they weren't even on the way to work, and so they were like, yeah, that's okay.
The bucket made Stanley want to be a better man and a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things.
Yo, somebody, so like I was looking at like the screenshots or like images that people can, I guess, share on Steam for like the community thingy, whatever it's called. And I saw like someone actually made a real life version of this bucket. And I low-key kind of want it. I mean, think about it. Like, who doesn't want an emotional support bucket? I'd love that.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Get well someday. What a how perfect. Get well someday. No, not soon, just someday. I don't know what door you said, but take the bucket and keep it. Yeah, I'm definitely keeping this bucket.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Rip Franz. Friends? R.I.P. friends. Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. There's a whiteboard manager? Wow. Wow, that's pretty impressive. Oh, I thought I changed it. I was like, oh gosh. Bi-quarterly post-review review. We need reviews. 402 and 405 want to get rid of the death sport portion in the primary review schedule, but I think that's a stupid idea. I wish our meetings went like this. I wish I could just walk up on the board and be like, but I think that's a stupid idea. That's dumb as fuck. Like, I would get kicked out of my job so fast. But it would be funny. No, I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to do that. Especially like half the people in my company, like there's two people that are like the worst people to like have present at meetings. They just sit there, they wait until like halfway through the meeting and then they just start arguing with people. It's very annoying. It's hilarious.
Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
No, it's hilarious, but like it's after like a few minutes, it's like, all right, can y'all please shut up? Just shut up. Just shut up. Like, it's obvious that y'all didn't say anything for any other reason other than to argue with people. So,
but Stanley just couldn't do it.
No.
He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fined for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
I am
He
crazy.
looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked
Am I
the
crazy?
bucket. The bucket returned his gaze,
Chat, am
but
I
said
crazy?
nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just
Yes.
a normal, everyday bucket.
it's
Someone
not.
else's bucket, perhaps.
No.
How did
No.
I end up with someone else's bucket? This is
No.
all terribly wrong. Surely
No,
no
this is
good
mine.
would come from this.
You took
Who
my
knows
bucket.
what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket.
Bro,
And indeed,
you took my bucket.
now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd.
No, give me my bucket
Now
back.
he felt himself floating off the ground.
Give me my bucket back,
Gracious,
bruh.
he
Give me
exclaimed.
my bucket.
Without
though.
my bucket, I've gone truly mad.
Exactly.
Where is it? I must find it. Far
took
off
it
in the
from me.
distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley!
Stanley, it's me, the bucket.
Could it truly be?
There it
He
is,
rushed
there it is.
forward
Oh,
from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were
these
his
are all mine.
special bucket.
Come to me, Stanley!
These are all mine,
Find
right?
me!
Yeah.
He had to
These
find
are
the
all my
bucket.
buckets.
He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then
No,
suddenly,
these are all
froze dead in his
buckets.
tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from.
Yeah, it's this one
The
right
real
here.
bucket was inside of him all along.
Oh,
It was incredibly painful.
oh.
Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
Yo, but dead ass though. Give me my bucket back.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Wait, what? Mariella?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She
I don't care about
rose,
Mariella.
dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work.
No, she has my
But on this
bucket.
particular
She has
day,
my
her
bucket.
walk was
Mariella,
interrupted
we've
by the
been a
body of a
fight.
man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
All right, but give me my
Right
bucket. though.
away, she
Give it
knew
back.
what the problem was.
No, give it
This
back.
man had no bucket.
She is the problem.
Of course, he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if
Yeah, that's
only
meta.
he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he
did.
didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place.
No.
How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she
Yo.
hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work.
Somebody call
for
the
which her
police.
bucket would
I'm
provide
accusing this woman of
absolute
committing
guidance and total
grand
clarity on
theft
everything.
bucket.
Heck yes, she thought to herself. My life kicks ass. And
No, it
she
doesn't.
backflipped
Shut
all
up,
the way
Mario.
to work.
Everyone has a bucket. Everyone except me. I don't have one. You know why? Because Mariella stole
All
it.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
You know, it could mean that it's Saturday and I'm just an idiot for showing up. Hey, it's Office 420. I wish this was. I hope. I haven't played this whole thing, I don't think, but like, I wish this was an Easter egg if it's not. They had the perfect opportunity. Awaiting input. I can't. Oh? Oh. Eh? Wait, but I didn't. Who farted? What a cup. I didn't do that. What is this one's?
Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley is a very lucky fellow.
Don't you take it
Very
from me this
lucky
time.
indeed. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
That's okay.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Nah, Cat. Cat, I know you're not trying to take my bucket from me.
And here it was. Had the
I don't
bucket
know,
turned out to
Bucket
be
John.
correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was.
Yeah, it is.
How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Bucket KUN? Alright, we'll name it Bucket KUN. But you're not taking it from me, Cat. I just want you to know that. You're not taking my bucket. Chill.
Truly, being here with the bucket was a grand adventure.
It is, and you're
Stanley
not finna...
reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right.
What's
Then
this?
walking to the lounge. Then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey the bucket had inspired.
Fuel. Oh, that's what that says.
Perhaps this was where the bucket felt most truly at home. Here in the employee lounge.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's the only place a bucket can even feel at home.
Oh, yeah. Nah, Cat, it's mine. It's my bucket. Can't have it.
Stanley decided to just give the bucket absolutely as much time as
Exactly.
it needed to be
And
in
you
the
need-
lounge. Clearly, the bucket and the employee lounge shared a special connection.
Exactly. You need to leave me be. Quit rushing me. I wish we had an employee lounge. I'm pretty sure there's a reason why we don't, but still, it would be nice. It would be nice. No one would clean anything though.
But finally, the bucket was done being in the lounge, and they took the first open door on their left to get back to business.
Let's get down to business. Not taking that.
No,
Said the bucket.
Ooh.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
If that's what the bucket sounds like, then Cat, you can definitely have it. That's what a grueling voice. I can't jump in this game. Can I jump? Oh gosh. Can I jump? I don't think I can. Oh. I think there was something over here. I think. If I don't throw myself to my death. Let's see. Nope. I just did that for nothing. Right? Uh-oh. Oh, wait a minute. Is this a thing? Did I find a thing? Did I find a thing? Oh. Ooh. Darkness. Oh, it's very dark. What? Hello? Uh-oh. What did I do? What did I do? Where am I? Huh? Not Cat. It's not yours. It's still mine. Where am I? What are these? Cassette tapes? Ooh. Narrator. Dialogue. Oh, snap. Can we change narrators? Hello? What is? Oh. Wait. Oh. What did I do? Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Okay, this is day number 295.
Oh.
Tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore.
Oh, he's gone meta.
The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes.
You know what? It's not your place to understand.
Sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up.
Stop touching my bucket.
No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it.
Who is this?
I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms.
Is this Stanley?
Why everything feels so...
Oh,
What do I do with this treasure?
put it on a pedestal.
I can can monetize it. Yes.
Oh?
It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket.
I guess.
But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get... What's that? Who's there?
Is that me?
Caporata.
What? Oh, Jesus. Guys, I think shit just got real. Oh, come on, dude. Come on. And you took my bucket, bro.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
He just started
Stanley
over
decided to
that
go
in
to
my
the meeting
bucket.
room. Perhaps
Oh.
he had simply...
It takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley
Does.
checked his ego and then proceeded onward.
Well, that was an
Stanley
ending I've
clutched the
never
bucket
seen.
tightly to his... This was not
That was
the correct
interesting.
way to the meeting room. But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Heck
And
yeah.
here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was no, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Yeah.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No. Alright,
No,
it was like a...
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
I thought there was a thing over there, though. I don't know.
Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have
Ah,
alarmed him.
I didn't mean to do that.
Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend.
My
So he
dearest
threw
friend.
himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms.
Oh,
How deeply touching.
yeah. Gosh dang it. I didn't mean to...
All of his
I didn't mean to
co-workers
do that.
were
I
gone.
jumped too soon.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
All right,
room.
come on,
Perhaps he had
Bucket-kun.
Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace.
Yes, like a
Protective,
baby.
Yet delicate. Assertive, yet compassionate.
Yeah, more compassionate than
Stanley
you'll ever
clutched
be.
the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him
Bucket.
that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yes.
And here it was. Had the bucket
Yes.
turned out to be correct? No,
No.
never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Yeah.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Look, don't you think that you can narrate me and my bucket's life, all right? You stay out of this.
No.
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there.
Cargo
Good.
lift.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him.
do?
It should have alarmed him, of course,
Playing
because
the
buckets
Stanley
can't
parable.
talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this
Ultra
obvious
deluxe.
fact. He was firmly convinced that the
Ah.
bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Oh, he didn't freak out when I did that. Duke, I'm sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, but welcome to the stream, by the way. Cat. Do I need to throw hands? Do I need to throw hands? This is my bucket, alright? You can buy one if you want.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no buckets past this point.
What?
Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here?
Discrimination.
What if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket?
I do
I suppose
too.
that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which,
What?
if that's true, well, my goodness.
What?
I think we have to do something about it.
No.
This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly.
Oh, no,
so
it
much
doesn't.
of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is and isn't a bucket.
You're lying.
Please, step in here for a moment.
It is my bucket, Cat. Stop trying to sever what me and Bucket couldn't have, alright? What we have is special. I thought he took it. I was like, oh my
Now
gosh.
then, I'm going to run you through
this a
some
catwalk?
test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right?
This
should
is a
tell us
bucket.
everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket.
Okay.
let's begin.
Yeah?
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket.
But it's
not
still a
an
bucket.
actual bucket.
But you did not say that it had to be an actual physical
Item 2.
bucket.
Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Incorrect.
Yo.
It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket.
That's still
not
a bucket.
An actual bucket.
That's still a bucket. I've worked with 3D printing. That's a bucket. Bruh.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
No.
Incorrect. This is a bucket.
I'm not playing these games. Oh,
Item 4.
yeah.
Is this a bucket?
Yes. What?
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor.
No, it's a
an
bucket.
enormous machine that tills the earth. I
It's
thought
a
this was a
bucket.
gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up?
Because-
Absolutely incredible. Let's just move on to the next one.
Alright, see ya. Take care.
Is this
Have a good
bucket?
sleep. Alright, chat, what do you think? What do you think? Is this a bucket? I think it's a bucket, but I mean... Bye, Duke. I think it's a bucket. I'm gonna say yes. Wait, no. I'm gonna say no. I know he's gonna say yes.
Incorrect.
See?
This is a bucket.
Oh my gosh. You know what?
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Yes.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
What? Wait, what? Wait, now you have to explain that.
Item...
Hi,
Wait,
Mitesh.
hold on, I can't find
Welcome
the
to the
next one.
stream.
Let me see, it should be around here somewhere.
Eh? Alright, well, I'm not giving you a chance to, trick me any further. I can't go anywhere else.
Yes, thank you. There's nothing here.
Ha.
Of course it isn't a bucket. We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket. Wait,
Ha.
when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless, is that what you think?
What?
Answer me straight, Stanley.
What?
Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket?
Precisely. Yes. Yes. Right, guys?
You know what?
understand the
I'm
logic,
too
right?
confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is
Good.
a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is?
Duh.
Am I a bucket?
Yeah. Guys,
Stanley, I
look.
can't keep doing this. I'm losing myself, and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't
I don't
have
care.
that. I'm sorry.
I
I'm
don't
going
care.
to erase all buckets from the game
No.
entirely.
No.
Okay.
No.
Here we go.
No. No, if you take my bucket...
What happened? Is everything gone?
yeah,
Why did
it's your
everything
fault.
disappear? Wait,
'Cause
was
you-
everything a bucket?
Yes,
Every
that's what I was
single
trying
thing
to
in the
explain
game was
to
a
you.
bucket.
Yes.
My God, I had no idea.
See?
How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all.
'Cause you're
and you,
lame.
Stanley, you're still
You're
here.
lame.
You're not a bucket either.
I
No,
am
This
too.
is wonderful news. We're not buckets.
I am too.
Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't
Yo.
change the fact that we haven't
Bucket
got
gang
a game.
gang in the chat, though.
So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay?
yeah.
And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows
I
what
am
that information
SK.
might do to a person. All right, here we go.
What does SK mean? Explain yourself.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Talking about erasing buckets.
Stanley's bucket. The only co-worker he would ever truly need.
Exactly. And that's why we don't need to find anybody else, right? Wait, this looks different. This looks different. What are you doing? This looks different. Uh-oh.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Okay, dude.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
No.
And here it was.
gotta-
Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Wait a minute.
Stanley took the door on his
no.
left to go back to the meeting room.
This is, yeah.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't
No.
go to the meeting room.
Don't
Go
go
somewhere
to the
else.
meeting room.
The
Go
cargo
somewhere
lift,
else.
yes. Go. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I
will
need you to
always
do.
take the bucket.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious
Sure they
fact.
can.
He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Yeah? Because the bucket KUN is all-knowing, all-superior.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Oh, hell, KUN. Oh, hell. Oh, hell. Oh. Are we interrogated?
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Alright. Oh, it's bright. Hello?
This is the
Moshi.
sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket.
Whoa,
Once
wait
upon
a
a
minute.
time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
This is my house? This is fancy. Wow. See, now, why'd y'all go about asking me what time it was if you're not going to put the time in the game? Rude. Dang, Stanley, you got a nice place. I can't read that. Bucket. Hello, Stanley, it's me, your bucket. See, cat? It said it's my bucket, not yours. It's mine, and I'm not sharing. Press Y to take me to work with you. All right.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship.
Where's
It doesn't
my
literally
bucket?
talk and give you orders.
Where's my
Whatever
bucket?
Stanley is hearing the
There it
bucket
is.
say to him is just in his head.
Stop calling me crazy.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well?
Stop
to see
judging
him
me.
delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object?
Stop
I want to
judging
say
me.
something to him, but I don't know how I can convince him. I
Don't
don't
say
know
anything.
if he'll
don't-
listen
look.
to me.
Look, I don't need your words, okay? I don't need your words of judgment. Me and my bucket are doing just fine. We've got a nice apartment, all right? We've got pots, we've got pans. We're making a living, all right? We got like a little sound bar situation right here. We're living good. We're living the good life, man. Look, we've even got these little, look at this little abstract art that we probably got from like Five Below or something. Like, life is good. Life is good. 12 a.m. It's 12 p.m. Well, 12:36 p.m. at the moment where I live, but I think it did like 11 p.m. because I'm dumb. So I don't even know what the significance of that was because there's no time in the game. I don't think. It's judgmental
I'll
narrator.
try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me?
No,
Listen
I
to
can't.
me.
Blah blah blah.
It's just a bucket.
Blah,
It
blah, blah,
can't
blah.
think. It can't talk.
I can't
All
hear
it would
you.
ever truly do for you is
I can't hear
effectively
you.
transfer a liquid from one location to a different location.
Nah,
That's
I
it.
can't hear you.
It doesn't do anything else.
Okay, but I'm not trying to hear you though. I'm not trying to hear you. I'm not trying to hear you. Don't listen to exactly. Don't listen to the loud man. Press Y for us to go back home. Exactly. Look
You
at
see,
this.
he's not listening. he's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now
No, I
all he
didn't.
cares about is his awful bucket. This stupid hunk of metal.
Awful. Stupid. Sir, those are fighting words. Wow. Well, you know what? I will press G, and I will ignore anyone in my life except for my bucket KUN. Ugh,
It's sad. I suppose he doesn't need me anymore.
I don't.
From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket.
I never
this
needed you to
sort
begin
of
with.
shiny bucket.
Yeah,
Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine.
it sure
to
does. It sure does. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that shine. Shoo.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket.
No, it
It's
doesn't.
just a little more, what am I trying to say? Sturdier.
Yeah.
More capable of transporting liquid.
Exactly.
Like it would be
see?
better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Yeah. It would, wouldn't it? I didn't read that.
my
I'm sorry.
God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket.
Exactly.
Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
Because it is. It's superior.
Oh no.
Oh, snap.
I'm having feelings for the bucket.
No, wait a minute.
No. What's going on? Why do I want to be
Not
with
my
the bucket?
bucket.
Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's wrong with me? I don't understand.
my bucket.
Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would
No.
be less confusing.
No.
Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
Like I said, not my bucket. Not my bucket. This is mine. Bucket KUN is mine, bro. Look at this little layout. Look at this. Look at how romantic this is. We got candles in a pan, candles on a charcuterie board, candles that, you know, this is a little bit of a fire hazard. We may need to talk about this later on, but that's okay. I look, I appreciate the effort, all right? That's what counts. That's what counts. Look at this romantic layout, dude. I guess someone likes jazz. Look at this. Look at this beautiful portrait. I mean, guys, like, are you not finessed right now? Are you not like romanced and just awestruck at this beauty that is bucket KUN? I know I am.
Stanley, give me the bucket. Give
No.
it to me. Give me
No.
the bucket, Stanley. I
No.
need it. Give it to me now. Give
No,
it, or I'll...
close my eyes. What? Huh? Don't tell me what to do. I just want my bucket KUN back. No. Bucket
All of his
KUN,
co-workers
no.
were gone. What could it mean?
It means
Stanley
you
decided
suck.
to go to the meeting room.
Give me-
Is Stanley, without the bucket, really Stanley at all?
No.
No, surely not.
Of course not.
Stanley
let's-
clutched the bucket tightly to his chest
Let's go the
and
way he
entered
wants
the
us to.
door on his left.
Let's go to the meeting room. All right, we're in the meeting room.
Still no one was here.
Where's
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Now we're going in the broom closet.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stickers. If I did, you can guarantee we'd be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
I don't want your stupid stickers. You can keep them. All right.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
No. We're walking downstairs. Oh. Oh wait, no, this is where we go crazy. Just kidding. Dang. Okay, boss. Executive bathroom. Shoot. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes, if the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. I guess. I guess that's how it works. Still company secrets. Wait, why do they have two phones right here?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
Wow.
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket's warmth and guiding light pierce the dark clouds of confusion and chaos. It would be with him always. The bucket would. And he knew it. The two of them were inseparable. At this point, Stanley was so absorbed in the tender spiritual connection he shared with the bucket that he didn't notice the keypad behind the boss's desk.
I did.
Nor in his bliss of simply being near the bucket did he have any notion that the PIN number for the keypad was 2845.
2845.
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
I didn't.
Was it the bucket knew all along? Was the
it's
bucket
dark.
guiding him?
It's dark.
Yes. This is certainly the most logical explanation.
Secret? This is next level. What the heck? I wish I had an office like this. That'd be pretty cool.
The elevator
I
raced
don't know.
downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate.
What if this is where everybody
It would be
was the
all
whole
Stanley
time?
could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley.
Yes, it is.
Everything will be fine.
Yes.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the
Scared me for
large
some
door
reason.
that read, Mind Control Facility.
Ooh. No.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth
Escape.
was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Oh. Well, actually, I you know what? I welcome death. All right? We ain't afraid.
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Yeah, but I don't want to be mind
At this
controlled,
point,
so.
Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very
Exactly.
painful death for
Yes.
each of them.
Yes. We see you guys. Oh, look at that. Ouch. Ooh. Hang in there, bucket. Oh. Oh no.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be.
Bucket
To be
Kun
sure,
will never
it puts
escape.
the mind and the soul at ease to embrace
Never.
the bucket. But what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death?
It's,
This
you know
is what
what?
Stanley thought to himself, and he sort
What?
of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
No, farewell. No.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as
Who are
Stanley
you?
and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life
Nah,
came to an
Bucket Kun
end
is mine,
as
cat.
it was crushed violently to death.
No. Joke's on you. I didn't get crushed to death. Oh, roll credits?
It was a shame, the death of such a
What?
magnificent bucket. It's
Wait a
true
minute.
that all
Wait a minute.
buckets are radiant in their own way.
Wait a minute.
But this one stood above the rest.
Bitch, you
It
took
was
my
a
bucket.
glorious bucket to behold.
Why'd you take it? Aw, you took my bucket. Why am I so short? That's not a concern right now. The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. I don't care about the grand exhibit. I want my bucket. What is this? Are we in a museum
Can
now?
you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this
Wow.
and to claim it for his own? Can you see the hubris that blinded him? Can you see that the bucket is far more noble than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
That's not. I don't think that's 25 buckets, but I'm not going to count. What'd you say about my short life? Got some Da Vinci-esque work there. We got like the first bucket, Inferno bucket. Wow. None of these amount to my bucket though. No, this is the first bucket. Cave drawing.
No man can own a bucket, and certainly
can.
not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Exactly. See, this lady gets it. The hanging bucket. Wow. It's deep. Oh, I can get it. Gimme. No. Oh, what happened?
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
Oh?
Let Stanley die.
No!
Let him be crushed by the machine.
No!
Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful
Help!
bucket. We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only
No,
we
they're
let
not.
Stanley die
What?
together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as
No!
leader, as commander of a new
No!
world, a new vision.
No! Oh. But you crushed my bucket in the... You crushed my bucket in the process. So, you really didn't help at all. Oh yeah, there was a bucket... There was a war of the bucket in history. Yeah, I believe it.
Someone was following
Revolutionary
Stanley. He was
War.
sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
What? Eh? You trying to fight? You liar. You lying liar who lies. There's no one here.
As Stanley lifted his bucket, he felt a connection to all buckets everywhere. This
do.
adventure, he decided, was for all of them.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I know.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling
know.
him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
It is.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned
There
out to
it
be
goes.
correct? Well, no, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good.
Said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him.
How do you
It
get up
should have
there?
alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the
Ooh,
bucket had
I
spoken
almost
to him,
missed that.
and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Can I go into this door? No. This one says no buckets allowed.
No,
Ah,
stop.
crap.
Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no
I know.
buckets past this point.
I know.
Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless...
Open.
What if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your
Oh,
behavior
wait.
up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game if not addressed quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on your understanding of what is
What?
and isn't a bucket.
Yo, that's crazy.
Please, step in here for a moment.
The War of the Bucket. The War of the Bucket, or I can't talk today. The War of the Bucket, or the War of the Oaken Bucket. was fought in 1325 between the rival city-states of, oh no, I don't know how to say that one, and Modena? Yeah, that war happened. Holy crap, that's amazing. And it was actually over a bucket? Oh no.
Now then, I'm going to run
Can I
you
skip?
through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket.
Sorry, guys.
Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket.
I want to try
Okay,
going
let's
back
begin.
through this way with,
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
I want to try going through this way without a, without the bucket. Dare I
Correct.
say.
It is a hologram of a bucket, not an
Oh.
actual bucket.
I got that right.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct.
Yay.
It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket. Item 3. Is this a bucket?
No?
Incorrect.
Oh, that one's that
This
was
is
a
a
bucket.
bucket.
Gosh dang it. I was hoping to get all of them right.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
No.
Correct. This is a tractor
Yay.
and not a bucket. To be honest, I just sort of put this one in here as a gimme, but I was starting to get concerned that even this might be too much for you. Thank you for not making me look like an idiot. Okay, next one.
I mean,
Is this a bucket?
yes.
Correct.
Yay.
This is a bucket.
See, I know my stuff.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
No.
Trick question. Both. Gotcha. Item... Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Yes.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I
mean-
don't appreciate the implication that nothing is a bucket when we
Hey,
both
Face
clearly
Killer.
know that a bucket is something. And therefore
Welcome to the
nothing
stream.
could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing? Answer me straight, Stanley. Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
No.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out.
Use your
I've lost
brain,
all
narrator.
sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago I could answer these questions with confidence. And yet now I'm somewhat adrift. Do any of us know what a bucket is?
Yeah.
Am I a bucket?
The bucket is now a trophy.
Stanley, I can't
trophy
keep
in
doing
Modena.
this.
What?
I'm losing
That's
myself,
awesome.
and myself was all I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid
Sir.
the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart.
I just answered
I can't
you.
have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from the game entirely.
Wow.
Okay,
That's...
here we go.
Wait, am I locked? I'm locked down. He Thanos snapped us.
What happened? Is everything gone?
Yes.
Why did everything disappear? Wait, was everything a bucket?
It
Every
was.
single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh
Exactly.
my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either. Oh, this is
that's
wonderful
subjective.
news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person? All right, here we go.
Trying to throw out hints. Ooh, wait a minute, something changed. No, I'm not falling into temptation.
When Stanley came to a
Wait,
set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Left. We're not taking the bucket with us, all right? Wait a minute. There's a secret somewhere. I remember this. There's like a secret door that you can go through. Gosh dang it. Give me the secret.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No, there's plenty here. Look, there's some little pliers. There's some tape.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
That's okay. You can get up to many things in the broom closet. Play rec room. Yo, I have a funny story about rec room.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
I am not doing FA. I'm talking with my friends, all right?
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Because I want to. Anyway, there was a time where I was playing Rec Room, and I had my headset on, and I moved. I was trying to sit down on my bed, but instead I fell completely. Because, you're not supposed to move with a VR headset on. And I freaking fell. And there's a bunch of kids that were screaming at me.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
And they were like, hey, open because I got the little box thingy, the gift box. And they're like, hey, open your box, open your box. And I was just sitting there on the ground, morphed into the floor. It was very funny. And then after that, I never played Rec Room again.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that.
Yeah.
And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished?
Yeah.
His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley.
What?
Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Oh, no.
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Yeah, that's a good
And for
question.
that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
The question I have?
What a relief
Whose car is
Stanley
this?
felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't
Whoever's the
crazy
owner
after
of the
all.
white sedan,
He thought to himself,
you left your
I
lights
suppose
on.
I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid.
I don't
So
think this is a
he
lucid
imagined
dream.
himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh, snap.
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up.
I
How
think
was he
my boy
remaining
Stanley
so
is a little
lucid?
schizophrenic.
And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he
Yes.
was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
That's your inner
Now
thoughts.
the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Gone.
Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock.
If I can't have it, nobody can.
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely,
No.
if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control. That this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin.
I can't see
the press of the mattress on his back. The fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
But I can't
see. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want.
No.
I want my apartment and my wife.
I have a wife.
And my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
This is your life, though.
My life is normal. I am normal.
No.
Everything will be fine.
No. I'm controlling you. Nothing is normal. You're not okay. If I'm controlling you, you are definitely not okay. I'm gonna just let you know right now.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real.
I have a boss. I have an office.
Just someone tell me I am real.
Please.
I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Everything went red. Oh. Hey, Bubbles. Welcome to the stream.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Back to this Mariella.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
But guess what, Mariella? You don't have a bucket.
Got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
Wow.
And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal.
Wow.
I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't.
Wow, way to flex on someone in an unfortunate situation.
Seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this.
That is
so
amazing.
It was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
What? Wow, Mariella, you heartless person? What the hell? Wow, that's awful.
How long was I sitting there?
Guys, if you ever see a person on the streets,
days, centuries, did something crucial happen while my senses were turned?
Please help them.
He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
Well, call the police, but maybe just stop and consider that maybe they lost their bucket, KUN, or bucket Chan.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Gosh dang it, where's the door? Is that... Yeah? Huh. There's a door that's like...
The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Well, I'm not gonna go down that that way again, because I have a feeling he's gonna do the monologue about the bucket. But,
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really.
I don't have
not.
feet.
I realize that
dare you.
investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
You're damn right
Good
I
job,
did.
Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Good. Everyone also thinks I'm dead. So, you know, there's that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Vacation.
decided to go to the meeting room.
No bucket
Perhaps
could-
he had simply
we
missed
are-
a memo.
We are denying Cat the bucket. You hear that, Cat? No bucket. That's your punishment. Is bucket kunna femboy? I mean...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Stay
this was
mad
not
is
the
not
correct
here.
way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
But,
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I'm sure Stay Mad would agree. So, yeah, I
And
guess...
here
I
it
guess,
was, the lounge.
I guess bucket kun
But eager to
can be
get
a
back to
femboy.
business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Alright, I'm gonna stick that landing this time.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
That's none of your business. That's
Look,
none of your
Stanley, I
business. Don't
think
worry
perhaps
about
we've
mine.
gotten off on the wrong foot here.
I don't
I'm
have
not your
feet, like I
enemy,
said.
Really, I'm not. I realize
Yeah,
that
you are.
investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
And there's nothing wrong with
There's
that.
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you... What? Really? I was in
Yeah,
the middle
really.
of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are
Nope.
you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why?
Danger
I don't
everywhere.
know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Cat. Yeah, I am punishing you. Shame. For shame, Cat. Like I said, if I can't have bucket, nobody can. Oh,
Now listen
Uh-oh.
carefully, this is
red
important.
pill and blue pill.
Stanley walked through the red door.
No.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
No. I ain't walking through no red door. Or should I? Nah.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All
No.
right, fine, go ahead.
I'm
Stanley.
colorblind.
You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've
Yeah.
chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
You're not going to.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map.
Well,
because
that's a
you were
you
never
problem.
supposed to be here in the first place.
That's a you
Broken
problem. You
rooms,
got lazy.
exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted?
Yeah.
Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yeah, it's
Do
pretty
you not
nice.
think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in
Well,
the end,
that's
it
too
was
bad.
all for nothing. Because
You know what
this
you
is
didn't
what
put
you
time
wanted to
into?
see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires.
You didn't
of
put time into
yours.
this?
What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles?
Yeah.
Skill trees?
Yeah.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far.
I mean,
Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give
All
me
right,
some
bet.
feedback.
bet.
There we go.
Ew.
A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
All right,
Go
but you
ahead,
didn't
Stanley.
finish.
Take it for a spin.
You didn't finish this though. This is sloppy. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this bootleg door. Wow.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Can you give me a treat for giving you my bucket? I mean, maybe, Cat. Maybe. Just maybe. Alright, well, this has been a, very bad
One?
experience.
I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a
In
one?
what way?
That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that?
Think on it.
But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be
All right.
perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
No, this is no. Stanley Parable Worldwide Leaderboard. Good old Neil Skid. I can't read that fast. Okay. Well, then I'm just gonna go back through this door.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again,
No.
honest answers, please.
No, it made me feel inferior. It made me feel like I didn't achieve anything. My name wasn't even on that. So you could have won.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Next vid show
In
us your
this
setup.
game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail.
I remember this part.
It's a
This
very
is loud.
meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So
I am
why
not
don't
about
you
to
give
play
it
this
4
for
hours
4
of play
hours.
to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Fine. Sorry, baby.
You heartless bastard.
Hey.
Did you do it because you hate babies or
No.
purely to spite me?
Yes.
Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely
Hey,
out of
look, the plant.
ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm
Bye.
out. I'm done.
Bye.
It's over.
Can we throw ourselves
Thank
in
you
the
for
flames?
playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
Good,
Oh,
it better
hey,
be.
since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to
Yeah.
ease the pain.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I like that.
What do we have here?
He's big mad.
Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
So, Lee, did the war start because of a bucket? Oh, snap.
Aha! Fascinating.
Firewatch.
What do you think this game is about, Stanley?
It's
What's our
Firewatch.
backstory? What is our motivation?
Fighting fires.
Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you
What?
from up
No, I'm
high
a
in your
park
creep
ranger.
tower. Perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
No.
Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more. Come, let's venture
Ooh, the
outward and see what else
Firewatches.
is out
The
there.
fire. The fire watch? The fire watch. I can't read that. My setup is not that impressive, to be honest, though. Bubbles. I mean, I can, but
Oh,
it wouldn't be a video. It
No,
would
no,
just
no,
be like
no,
a
it
picture.
can't be.
What you mean, no?
It is. It's an open world game. Good
best
God,
kind.
quickly block it off.
Jonesy, wait, no! No!
Thank goodness, Stanley. What a close
No.
call.
Let me
You
out!
wandered off into that thing. That big
No, I wanna
open,
roam.
just wandering around, no right or wrong
Now who's
directions,
the heartless
no path
bastard?
to follow. You can just go in any.
Yeah, it makes you sick, doesn't it?
Thank heavens we avoided it.
No.
We're out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us
Oh.
out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something
gotta-
with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Got a notification or an achievement that said we disabled jumping.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Alright. Oh, snap! Rocket League!
Wonderful. See, this is
Heck yeah,
exactly what
that's
I
what
had
I'm
in
talking
mind.
about.
Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't
Yeah.
any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
Isn't there a
Stanley,
new
if
Rocket
you
League
manage to
coming
get
out?
lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
I've never played Rocket. I think I've played it once. And I sucked
Okay,
at
so what
it,
exactly do we do here?
Still
Let's
fun.
see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack.
No,
okay,
give
I'm
me
seeing
one.
that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is
Give me a
this
car.
game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what
It's Rocket
fun.
League.
We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together.
Sports ball. It's
Yes,
sports ball.
I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the
Out
ball.
like
Have
culture.
fun.
Yay! Wee! 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 This is not as fun without a car. Wait, come back.
Are you
Come
doing
back.
it? Are you winning? Is this fun?
Not yet,
Is
I'm
it better
about
than
to.
my miserable little story that I worked so hard on?
Yo, this hell
Stanley,
is
I
fun.
have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience.
be careful what you say
I'm
there.
going to try it out. Here comes another ball.
Be careful what you say there. Choose your wording wisely.
Yes. Oh, goodness, that
Just
really
saying.
does feel amazing, doesn't it?
I mean,
Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable.
confectionery shop. Go!
More balls.
Oh, snap. More balls, guys. Hey, go in. Get a goal. Get a goal. Go! Get another
Are
one.
you enjoying this, Stanley?
I
Are you
am.
having fun?
I
Is
am.
this a real video game?
I am. Can I
Well,
jump
I
down?
sure hope you're having a good time.
Whee!
Hold on. What are you doing?
I'm goaling myself. I am the goal.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come.
Oh, I just fell. Well, bye, Kevin. No, Cat, you weren't annoying. Nobody's annoying here. This was fun. Take care, Cat. Uh-oh, this is on some red rum shit. I don't like this. I don't like this. It's kind of scary. Hello? Are we in the back rooms? Back rooms before the back rooms. Oh, this really is some red rum shit. Can't see that. Hello? Any monsters? Please don't jump out and scare me. Hey, that's my office. What's this? What this is? No? Oh,
I wonder what he found. If what
found...
he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now.
Don't worry about
I
me.
wonder if he's happy with his choice.
Don't worry about
And if
me.
he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it.
Don't worry
He'll
about me. It's
understand
okay.
soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me.
No, I don't. I
Someone
was
who will
having
wrap
fun.
everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world.
No.
Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way.
No, that's
Once
okay. You
this
can
ends, after it all comes to a close,
Stay where you are.
then I'll be back.
No.
The end will be here soon.
What?
Very soon.
Is that a threat, sir?
I can wait.
You don't need to. You don't need to. You can just go on and... Hello? The end is never the end. Is never the end. You...
All of
Wait.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Alright, well... I want to see if this door opened up by chance. That I'm talking about. Maybe I remember... Or I'm remembering it incorrectly, but it's been like a year since I've played this game. Yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
There's the door.
It was okay.
It's more than okay. It's nice.
But eager to get back to
Don't worry
business,
about it.
Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door,
Nope.
and got back on track.
Nope. None of that.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in
Exactly.
order to get back, he needed to go, from
Am I
here,
lost?
it's,
Am I lost?
Oh, no.
Is this your fault?
No, it's to the right. My mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Oh, you're slacking.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
How do y'all get vehicles down here? That's what I want to know. And why do you leave the lights on? What is this, like a... Wait a minute. Why is... This doesn't make any sense. Why is the van... Y'all need some help with parking. No, I don't want to go to the mind control facility. No. You won't do it. I won't let you. Oh. Well, guys, I guess we're being mind controlled.
No. This isn't right
Yes,
at
yes,
all.
yes,
You're
yes,
not
yes.
supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
No.
Okay. We just have to get back
Wait,
to
what's that?
Oh,
In the middle.
who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now.
Under
The
233.
whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense,
No.
we'll just restart the game
No.
from the beginning. And this time,
No.
suppose we don't wander
Fired.
so far off track, Okay, from the top.
No, pirate. Oh, you son
All
of
of
a
his
gun.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Yeah, I don't
Stanley
know.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Friggin' start me over. Just 'cause I went off track, stupid. Oh, look
When
at that. The
Stanley-
doors are
Wait.
closed.
Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game
Well,
over.
apparently you
Completely
didn't,
fresh.
Mr.
Everything
Narrator.
should be... Oh, did something change?
Try the
Stanley,
cassette tape room.
did you
without a
change
button.
anything when we were back in that
another
room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or...
How could I move the story?
Why am I asking you? I'm
Yeah.
the one who wrote the story.
Exactly.
It was right here just a minute ago.
Well, you lost
I know
it.
for sure that it's here somewhere.
Well, guess what? Your story
Okay,
sucks.
then. It's
How
an
about that?
adventure. Come,
Yeah.
Stanley. Let's find the story.
Story KUN, where are you? I don't know which way I went. There's another door. Oh gosh. Oh no, is this the back rooms? What is this? Where am I going? Where we be now? What happened? Uh-oh. Sir?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can
You didn't
promise
even
you
give it a chance
there
to start.
definitely was a story here before. Do we need to
No.
restart the game
No.
again?
No!
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and
No,
over
don't
again.
restart the
But
game.
it's got to be better
Stop.
than this.
Stop
Okay,
it!
let's give it a shot. Why not?
No! Oh, you suck. You
All of his
suck.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
You say it means
Stanley
you
decided
suck.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Screw the meeting room, you suck. You suck. Look, now there's no doors. Now there's
Okay,
no
yeah,
doors. Look
it's
what you
worse.
did.
I might be
Look at what you
remembering
did.
this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from.
No, don't restart
Why don't
me,
we
please.
go back the other direction
I don't wanna
and
go
see if we
there.
missed anything?
No. I can't. Oh. Okay. How do I get to these doors? That's the door I want to go through. I go around here? No. There's a window.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
We're lost. Fam, where are you taking me?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
Nope.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Hey.
Congratulations!
Hey, let's
I know
go.
you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
We win, guys.
Oh, no.
We win.
No, I don't feel right about this at all.
That's too bad. You
we
already
both
said.
know you didn't put in any actual work for that
You
win.
can't take that back.
Some people win fair and square, and this was
look.
not one of those situations.
But you said.
Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is.
Yeah,
I
me
don't
too.
care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Oh, come on. All right, but you can't take that win back.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Follow the line. I mean, that's pretty complicating, but you know what? No, we ain't gonna follow no stupid line. We ain't blind. Screw the line. Oh.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Eh? No. No. I don't need a line to tell me where to go. Fine, we'll follow the line.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this
trashed me.
direction.
Wait.
Onward, Stanley, to destiny.
What?
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply
it
by
our
the
final
act of
destination?
moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
Okay.
Now, we can both
I can't
agree
parkour.
that the nature of existence is, in fact, a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa.
No.
Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize.
Wait, can you
Not
repeat
sure
the
where I was
question?
going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yo, you got Kanye? You got a little Uzi? Uzi Vert. What is this? This is so loud. Oh, this is so loud. It's so loud.
Wait, cut the music.
Thank
Go
you.
back and look at that fern.
What?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
You
Wait,
need to
what?
study a
We're
fern.
back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is
No,
any of this ringing
We're
a
not
bell?
looking for the Stanley Parable. Whoa.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how
look
could you have done this to us?
Look at what you
and
did.
after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you...
Pirate?
Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
No.
You know what, Stanley? I
Hey.
say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right?
I
Why
mean,
can't we
you-
make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Why don't you just let me do my job? How about that? You know? Oops. Well, y'all saw nothing? I love how the line is a character in the game.
Now,
Yeah, I know, right?
Yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination.
I want it to
Whatever
be a
it might be,
story.
Stanley, I'm ready for it.
I want it to be a story where the narrator lets me work.
No, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story.
No, the line is
no
the main
lines
character.
or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
The line is the main character. Oh, the line's in the ceiling. Mr. Smith is in the ceiling.
A choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important, we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just
What a
walk in
file
circles
room.
for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And
No,
that
that doesn't
in
make any
turn
sense.
means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So
What?
starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is
No.
clearly yes, then by
No.
all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Sir, your logic makes no sense. Oh wait, I know this one. I know this one. I know this one's this. You're gonna
Oh, hold up,
you're
what's
gonna
this?
confuse me.
The
Deviate from the maintenance
confusion
room.
ending.
End up in the
You're
monitor
telling
room.
me that's what this is? It's all one giant
Aimless
ending?
wandering.
And we're supposed to restart the game
End up in another
eight
building.
times? That's really how all this goes?
Find the
It's all
confusion
determined?
ending schedule.
So now,
Narrator
according to the
restarts the
schedule,
game.
I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if
Stanley
I don't
attempts
want to
play the
forget?
Story, but is prevented,
My
unable to
mind
go
goes
anywhere, do
blank
anything.
simply because it's
Game
written
restarts
here
on
on
its
this,
own.
this thing.
6 restart.
Wall. Well, who consulted
Following
me?
the line.
Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it
Black
really?
space, wander into the
No,
blackness.
it can't be.
Find a
I don't want
bookstore.
it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going
After
on.
a long time,
I don't want to
Stanley
be trapped
dies.
like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
All right, dope. Well, let me out.
And the timer stopped. Does that mean
What did you do?
do it? Did we break the cycle?
No.
The whatever it is that made
I
this
think
schedule.
you caused Armageddon.
How would we even know? Will someone come for us?
No,
Will something happen?
no.
So,
I'm gonna name this chair
Okay.
Wilson, and that's gonna be my life. It's all your fault.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that
Help.
this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you
Help.
agree? I'm not quite sure if we're
Help,
in the
I'm
destination
trapped
or
with a
the
lunatic
journey.
narrator.
They're always saying that life
Help,
is about
please.
the journey and not the destination.
Guys, sing
so
for
I
help.
hope that's where we are right now.
Please.
We'll find out,
I
won't
don't
we?
want to hear Kevin
Eventually.
Brighting's voice all
Well,
the time.
in the
Please.
meantime, if you
I do. What? What was that? Was I the error all along?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Vacation.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
Alright,
memo.
so go to the cassette room without a bucket. Okay. I cannot find that room, dude.
When Stanley came
cassette
to a
room,
set
but
of
the,
two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting
That's
room,
okay.
and Stanley knew it perfectly
That's
well.
okay, you don't
Perhaps
know
he wanted to
everything,
stop by the
narrator.
employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
Shut up. It's better than okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nah.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years
Alright,
ago.
let's try. Let's try the cassette room again. Maybe if I don't have a bucket, he'll start talking about something else.
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. Well, so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. Well, so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. Well, so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun. Well, so far off the
Did I
beaten
break
path
you?
that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path
I've
that it seemed
broken.
the office had begun from so far off the beaten
Well done,
path
Lee.
that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path
This is
that
my
it seemed
game
the office
now.
had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it's
Time to wake up.
You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording?
I mean...
It was all just in Stanley's head.
I mean...
I bet that's the
wait!
kind of twist you think is revelatory.
You
I bet
literally
each
just
and
said.
every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal and intricate storytelling. It must be so simple to be you.
Why you gotta
Life
read
being
me
an
like that?
unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Stop Stanley shaming. Wow, did you really just start me over? You did, you monster.
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
It means that
Stanley
I'm
decided to
locked
go
in
to the
office.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't want to go to the meeting room. I want to go somewhere else. Why does the office look
Stanley
different?
went around touching every little thing in the office,
You
but it
dang
didn't make a
skippy, I
single
did.
difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Ooh, the whiteboard ending. Dog mode. I want to go to... yeah, dog mode. Do I get dogs? Doggies? Hey! I bark now. Wait, I'm stuck in here. Uh-oh. You know what? That's okay, because I'm a dog now. Oh. Worth it. I'm dog Stanley now. I'm dogly.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Bark, bark.
he entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I'm gonna go pee in the employee lounge. It's a dog.
It was okay.
Whee.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
You get charged a fine if you jump and die? Wow.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Nuh-uh.
Someone you've forgotten about.
Nuh-uh.
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
Bark.
She's been waiting.
I don't care. I'm a dog now.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the...
Hello, who this? No, I'm not a dog anymore.
Stanley, is that you?
No,
Hold
I'm
on,
not.
sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting.
I'm
just pulling
dogly.
the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your
What?
Gotcha.
Wow.
Oh, come on.
Wow.
Did you actually think you had a loving
heartless.
wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Yo, you wrong for that, though. You wrong for that, though. I mean, she's still pretty, though. Like,
This is a
I
very
could get
sad
down with
story
this.
about the death of a man named Stanley.
What? No. It's about the life of a man named Stanley and his wife. How dare.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of
Okay,
his
but you wouldn't have a
existence.
job without me. You wouldn't have a job without me, though, so am I really boring? Am I? Ask yourself that question, man.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Hey!
Now he's
bark.
pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch.
Bark,
Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One
bark,
might
wife.
even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Please press L.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures.
bark.
From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Ugh. Rude. Let's watch TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth.
What if
The
they're
thought
just
excited him terribly.
spend some time with the boys?
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At
Can I do
last,
all this, though?
Choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
Bark. Bark. Please press T to prepare dinner.
As he wandered through this fantasy world,
Oh, wow.
he began
What
to fill
happened?
it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous
files.
round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game
Markiplier's
with a
worst
baby.
enemy.
And he called
Or
it
worst
the
nightmare.
Stanley Parable.
Roll credits. Markiplier's worst nightmare. A mannequin. Yeah, mine too. I don't like the faceless mannequin. Well, mannequins are alright for me. My thing is puppets. I don't like puppets.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his
Markiplier,
head
if you ever
he
see this
relived
video,
it
you should be
again,
afraid.
and then again, and again,
Not that he ever
over
would.
and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps
don't
if he
know.
played just one more time.
But I could just tell her that I love her. Wife, I love you.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be?
Oh.
In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has.
I
Nothing has
hate
changed.
monkeys.
The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life
Hey,
is
where's
the
my
real
wife?
one.
My wife's gone. Guys, my wife left me. And she took the kids. Guys.
And
My
I'm
wife
trying to
left
tell
me.
him this. That in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he
Guys.
remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here,
Okay,
watch
well, where's
this.
my wife?
Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Oh, I'm gonna do it just because you told me to.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every
can't
second
understand
he
you, I'm a dog.
remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can
Well,
I
not.
get him to see what I see? How can I
Hey, you
make him
can't say
look
that
at
on
himself?
You can't say that on YouTube. It's unalive now. Please press R to question nothing.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
That was creepy.
And Stanley pushed a
Please
button.
die.
And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button.
No.
And I tried.
Ah. I don't like you telling me to die like that, though. No, you restarted me. And I'm not a dog anymore.
The
Dang
meeting
it.
room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room,
You just
and
love
from then on,
taking my
he would never
fun
be
away from me,
alone
don't
ever
you?
again. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
Fine,
left.
I'll go to the stupid, stinky meeting room. Look, there's no one there.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to
Tips
go
for not
up to
getting
his
fired.
boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let it ball up inside you. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Take it out passive-aggressively. Yeah, that's some good advice. Some real good advice. Telephone directory. Everyone is unique. You, most of all. This is some very good advice. Number of slides. Charts. Slides. Charts and slides. You know, I'm gonna take this advice to work tomorrow and present it to my fellow co-workers. It's a broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah, I guess I will. Anything change in the bathroom? Oh. To be rich? Is it a crime? To commit crimes? Isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one, I suppose. I'm not rich though, so I wouldn't know.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
2845.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Ooh. Nice. Boss getting lit.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Yet incredibly,
I'm
by
working.
simply
See,
pushing
look.
random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
There you go.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Should I, though? I mean, did I? I guess I have no choice. Can I go this way? No. Can I go... I guess I gotta go down. You're not gonna scare me this time.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Mind control facility. Ooh.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley
I
thought
don't
to
know.
himself. Did he have
Give me
the
that
strength
sweet mind
to find
control.
out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The
Who got
lives of
fired?
so many
Who got fired?
individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I never noticed this little opening before. Death or... Death?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job?
No.
That his emotions had been
No, I
manipulated
can't
to
jump.
accept it blindly?
Oh, I thought I could cheese it.
No. He refused to believe it. He
Yeah.
couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It
mean,
was
theoretically.
unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it
I
even
don't
possible?
know.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I mean...
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Buttons.
Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again
Console
exert its
disabled.
terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
No, I think I'm gonna leave it as is. It's fine. You know, it's fine. I mean, nobody's here, so... 5. What are these for? Ooh, mind control.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Yeah, I
After
did.
they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off,
No.
and leave.
No,
If you
of
want
course
to
not.
throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example,
Of course I do.
and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
That's
In
fine.
the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are said to explode,
That's fine, and
eliminating
whose
the
fault is
entire
that?
complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it,
Oh.
Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your
Yeah, why'd you
story
put
now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame
number
we have so
3? Where's
little
number
time
3?
left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Where's number 4?
You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
I don't care about
A
them.
moment of solace before you're obliterated?
I don't care about them.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free.
Where's 4?
Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the
1, 4, 2.
office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I
Where's
let it
4?
burn to a crisp. I
Sir,
have to
where's
say
4?
this,
Can you count?
This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate
5,
to see
2,
it
1.
go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better.
Well, where's
My
4,
goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
Here's 4.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow.
I don't even
on
know if I'm doing
trees.
anything.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean,
Yeah.
look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten?
Console disabled.
One solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley.
Stop laughing at me.
You're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you.
Oh, these are...
That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine.
Oh, wait.
But I'm going to destroy it first, so you
Goodbye,
can't.
employee 427.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Well, guys, we met her. We met her on untimely death. Rip us. Rip Stanley. Alright, well, that is all the time that I've got for today.
All
So
of
I've
his
gotta get back
co-workers
to
were
work.
gone.
Shut up, Kevin.
What could it mean?
I mean, narrator.
Please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
Of course I
Click a
am.
door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No,
Yeah.
no. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times.
Bet.
I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
I did it.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
I will do it. I will.
No, I'm still not feeling it.
All right,
I want
you know
this
what?
achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley.
I am
want to see
hustling.
commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
417. Where's door 417? 417? Bet. I was gonna leave, but now you challenged me. Where's door 417? I'm gonna go in door 420. I'm sad that that's not a thing.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Where's 437? Where's 437? Oh, here it is.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
415. It's 417. 414. 4.
Now, back to door number 437.
Gosh dang it. Fine. But you owe me big time for this.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Yeah. Where's the copy machine? Where is it? I don't know why the windows make such weird noises. Where's the copy machine? Sir?
When Stanley came to a set
No.
of 2 open doors, he entered the
you
door
said
on
that-
his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
You said the
It
coffee
was
machine.
okay.
It was okay.
But eager to
here we go.
get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, you said the coffee machine. No. Aw. You just said that to get me to go this way, didn't you? All right, well, I'm not playing any more games with this narrator. All right, narrator KUN. I'm done. I refuse.
And so he
Anyway.
detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Sir, I'm trying to talk to my friends. All right, anyway, guys, that's all I have time for today. To anyone who's still here, thank you so much. And anyone catching the replay, thanks as well. And don't worry, because I will stream many more times in the future. But yeah, to anyone who's here, voice crack. To anyone who's here, to anyone who's left, thank you so much for watching. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stream this weekend. Maybe. I may do a Twitch stream here or there. I don't know yet. I'm kind of scared of Twitch at this point because it like never works for me for some reason. But I think that was like, I think I figured the issue out with that was like bandwidth. So we'll see. Lee said, fun fact, there's Marvel comics about the Kool-Aid Man where he goes on an adventure to stop the Thirsties, a group of anthropomorphic sun-like creatures, from making people thirsty. That is amazing. Lee, you have like taught me so much today. Even if it's not true, which I trust you, that's still amazing. In fact, I kind of low-key want to look that up now. I might. But yeah, anyway, guys, thank you so much. Thanks to everybody who came and joined the live. Without you guys, I would not be doing this. So yeah, thanks, and I will see you in the next stream or the next video, whichever one comes first. But if I do stream, I'll let you guys know, either on Twitter or on my community tab post, or both. So yeah, see you guys. Have a I can't talk today. See you guys and enjoy the rest of your day or night. It's the truth. Google Kool-Aid Man. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna do this real quick though. Hold on. Oh my gosh. Wow. Well, will you look at that? It is a thing. Huh. That's, oh no, I'm blushing. That is, that's quite interesting. That's quite interesting indeed. Hold up, let me, real quick, let me just share my screen. Kool-Aid Man, Marvel Comics. Wow, that's wow. All I can say is wow, and they're on sale on eBay. There's one for $199.99. You know what, Lee? We may be onto something. Do we need to have a stream where we just where we just read some of these? Oh yeah, he better say oh yeah in the comics. That's 1989? What? I didn't know the Kool-Aid Man went back to 1983. Wow. Right. They're talking about, oh no, K1AZ or Kiaz. I don't know how to say her name. I'm so sorry. And I don't know how to speak Russian. I'm so sorry. Oh, um, but hi, welcome to the stream, and I'm sorry that you're late. But yeah, no, Lee, I think we should petition for, I think we should petition for a Kool-Aid Man Marvel movie. I mean, I'm down. I would wholeheartedly petition for that. Like, not even joking. Shoo, someone needs to write a letter to Marvel and tell them that this needs to happen. We need to see this. All right? That this needs to be canon. Oh, look, there's a little sun things, like you said. Ew. The heck? Oh, Jesus, what happened? I mean, look at this. It's tiny, but wow. I mean, I'm just, I'm awestruck. Oh gosh, dang it! Let me look at it. All right, well that's a thing. That's a thing, and dang it, Lee. I'm like fully invested in this now. What the heck? Oh no, that does it. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Take this, you big bully. Is this how comics were back in the day? Oh, hello from Russia. Hi, hello from America. Welcome. Um, I I don't know what we're looking at right now, but apparently the Kool-Aid Man was once a MCU character. So yeah, there's that. Anyway, now you know, for anyone who watches the playback, now you know. That the more you know. But yeah, anyway, guys, that's all the time that I have for today. I will see y'all later. Thank you, Lee, for instilling this beautiful knowledge upon me. I had no idea that this was a thing, but I'm glad that I know now. So anyway, guys, take care, and I will see you next time. Bye.